Minecraft is scarier than you think, and today I'm gonna show you how. Because for as simple as this kid-friendly and open-world sandbox game may seem, there is a dark and sadistic nature hidden beneath the surface. And no, I'm not just talking about the nether or the deep dark. That's what we're exploring today, so let's do it. And be sure you let me know down below what the scariest thing you've seen in Minecraft is. And 10 challenges. Coming from experience, Minecraft challenges are terrifying, and some are far more terrifying than others. There's like the normal speed runs, which are already scary because of just time pressure. However, just add one person chasing you and oh boy, you get even worse. And then, you know, you can add more. And even if someone isn't chasing you, other challenges are horrifying. Minecraft, but it's raining lava, for instance. Holy Christ, that sounds horrible to even attempt, but imagine like you saw this happen in real life. Just think for a second that you've lived in Minecraft since you were born, and then you're finally out on your own, and since you were a kid, you know that when the clouds get dark, it starts raining, okay? The villagers taught you about the water cycle and all that, but then all of a sudden, you're trying to gather materials for your house, and boom, the clouds get dark and then everything is set on fire. Yeah, hell no. And no pun intended. That's a Satan is taking control of Midgard and we're all gonna die kind of thing. At that point, a desert would be the most beneficial thing since it doesn't rain there, but then you also can't get water there because it's a desert. Yeah, it's terrifying. Why? In at 9, creeper. Aw man. Creepers are probably the most universally hated mob in Minecraft, like, of all time, okay? And personally, they're the number one for me as well, because my order, like, it's like creepers, spiders, skeletons, zombies, and then everything else. However, creepers are the worst because they have the horrible ability to destroy your builds, and that kind of thing really messes with me, alright? I have ADHD, which makes a whole lot of things more difficult, including having motivation and emotional regulation. So, if a creeper comes by and blows up the build that I've spent the past few hours working on, some part of me breaks, okay? All my motivation drains, I get angry, and I get sad, and I can't stop myself from doing it. So yeah, it's rough, and it makes creepers one of the scariest things, at least personally for me. But I know most people aren't really gonna see them with the same level of Hell's Fury that I do, so I decided to put it at number 9, because these next ones are even worse for you, but for me. In at 8, like an Enderman. Despite my personal hatred of creepers, Endermen are also even like a worse distress for the majority of people. With double our health and hits that are like a minivan, these tall creepypasta rejects are just an absolute monstrosity. They can teleport, they can attack you from behind, and you can't even look at them without them trying to rip your freaking head off, okay? I mean, Endermen, they just kind of need to chill because they're giving off very crackhead on the subway energy vibes. You get it? Like the one dude that was there on my way to Fan Expo back in 2019, okay? He thought that smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, pouring it on the ground, and then shoving it under people's noses was an appropriate thing to do on the subway. This is seriously the kind of energy I get from Endermen. I don't understand it, but I feel like you understand. I feel like you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Basically though, an Enderman is a combination of Slenderman and SCP-096. So considering how they're also pretty tough in addition to that, I'd think that that's scary. And at 7, the Wither. The Wither was honestly at one point the scariest Minecraft mob, but then we figured out how to cheese it underground and then with iron golems. But before that, this 300 or 600 health, depending on your version, Titan was something we were all terrified to face. But then one man wondered if the Wither could be killed by punching it. And you know what? Yes, it's possible. Minecraft YouTuber Wadzi made a whole video on this very subject and proved that with the proper technique and a lot of time and focus, it is possible to punch the Wither to death with absolutely no armor without taking damage. Yeah, he trapped it in a bedrock room, of course, which is what made it possible since it couldn't really fly away. But with some effort, this could possibly be done in a vanilla game. Like if you use the nether ceiling and then maybe like an obsidian floor, it would be a lot of work to try in survival, but it's certainly possible, as Wadzi proved in this video. So after seeing that, I'm definitely on the whole Wither isn't really the scariest thing in the game now train, because just, I get it. And at 6, 15 ancient cities. Okay, trust me, I wish I was joking with this one, but if you're like me and you enjoyed the new deep dark biome along with its freaking terrifying atmosphere, you're gonna love this. This Minecraft seed spawns you close to a huge deep dark biome that spreads over thousands of blocks, engulfing a whopping total of 15 different ancient cities. Yeah, whether you want to go on a warden hunting rampage or you merely want enough area to explore on your Minecraft server with your friends, okay, this seed should be enough. but it's still a bad idea. Finding one ancient city to me seems to be hard enough, but finding 15 is unfreaking believable, especially when the seed seemingly spawns you so close to it, only 1,500 blocks away from 15 ancient cities. This is an insane seed, okay? Plus, there are also multiple mushroom fields nearby. 15 ancient, you get it, okay? That's terrifying. This seed, though, is for Java Edition 1.19, and you should probably go look it up, because I do not want to have to try and read it on screen in one go, okay? Nobody other than me would care anyway, and there's just no point. So look it up for yourselves. You can just search 15 ancient cities and you'll find it. Halfway through into number 5, cave ambience. Okay, this one is a fairly simple one, but honestly, I think the cave ambience sounds are underrated. Not only can they happen when you're just chilling in your base, depending on where you built it and if it's near a cave, but you also can hear them in the nether. So then you go on to have all sorts of mixed feelings hearing those same kinds of sounds in the overworld. It's a whole load of confusing. Plus, they always happen at the worst times, and it's only the actually scary ones that happen when your guard is down. I don't understand how Minecraft seemingly knows my heart rate and then uses it against me. I don't know how else to explain that, but it's like my keyboard is snitching on me. Or like my mouse has like a built-in heart monitor that any game that can actually scare you uses to its full advantage. Actually, now that I think about that, a mouse with a heart rate monitor might not be a bad idea. Hey you! Yeah, Assistant 11. Can we get on that? Can we patent that or something? Get the copyright? I don't know, talk to EA? Thanks. In it for the nether. There's a reason the song is called Screw the Nether, okay? And I wish people still made Minecraft parodies. That was the golden age of YouTube. But regarding the nether, okay, you got to know, you have to fight, right? Learn to play. Learn to play! Damn it, there's mobs, but it's not night. A wooden sword won't do it, they're gonna blast right through it, so if you have a potion, use it. Watch your back, I won't warn you twice. Fight the ghasts, ooh, make them cry, because they'll shoot the ground around you and make a hole for you to fall through, so you know you're probably going to, and there you go, in the lava again. There's a reason this place is so often compared to hell, because it feels like hell, the things you just went through. And you probably lost all your new gear too, unless you had netherite, at least. But anything that wasn't just gets burned up, okay? Plus, I think that blazes are one of the most annoying mobs in the game to fight straight up, okay? It's just wrong. Even if you have a resist fire potion, you still have to deal with fire in your face. I'd rather the fire res just actually prevent me from catching on fire, because that seems like true resistance instead of, you know, just like heat resist. I don't know what it does. It makes your skin unbreakable or something, but only to fire. Oh well, okay? I don't really have a choice. And at 3, Shriekers. The Deep Dark, as I've mentioned, is a pretty spooky place already, but those goddamn Shriekers are what make it so horrifying. The slightest sound that you make can result in them going off, and when you do, oh boy, you're in for a treat. They let off a horrendous, well, shriek, followed by making you basically blind for what feels like forever, and then you're either one step closer to finding a warden, or there's one on your ass because of it. Yeah, so hearing those in the Deep Dark is pretty terrifying, but that doesn't mean it's not terrifying to randomly hear the sound come from your base. In fact, that's probably worse in my opinion. And if you thought that was scary, and you thought like only one of them was scary, you can layer them. Yeah, that's right. If one shrieker making your friend leather their leggings wasn't enough for you, you can double up. Or actually, even more than double. You can do it so many goddamn times that you might actually hurt the person hearing it depending on their PC volume. Of course, I learned this from Grian, who managed to have like 100 of these things go off at once in what is probably the most cursed impulse stream moment ever, and then Empires currently has to deal with that, so that's fun too. But yeah, this this is rude. But ultimately, in at number 2, the Warden. Mojang wanted the Warden to be feared, and with the Warden having a total of 500 health, which equates to a total of 250 hearts in game, it was designed to be an overwhelming force of nature. So this massive health pool was a great start. And while this is formidable for Java Edition players, since the Warden is the strongest mob in the game for us, the Warden still falls 100 hearts short of the Wither in Bedrock Edition. So the Warden is the heaviest hitter, but not the strongest at least in terms of hearts. It's definitely about drive and power. The Warden's melee attack though disables shields for 5 seconds, and if the target is still in its search radius or is on like high grounds or hiding behind a wall, it can charge up a sonic boom attack, which will go through blocks and is, I don't understand, okay? And it's visible with the formation of like the little circles that are quickly coming out of the warden's chest. You know what it is, okay? But it deals 10 damage, or 5 hearts on every mode in Java Edition, or 3 hearts on easy, 5 on normal, and 10.5 hearts on Bedrock Edition on hard. But this attack also, on top of all of that, bypasses shields and armor. Yeah, so sure, you can try to chip away at him, but as soon as he locks onto you, you're boned. And finally, and number 1, the end. Mostly due to the Ender Dragon, the end dimension is absolutely terrifying, especially when you're playing in hardcore. But it's also worth noting that the Ender Dragon is huge as hell. It's been pretty well established at this point that 1 block in Minecraft is 1 meter cubed, making it in reality huge. 1 block is over 3 feet wide and deep, alright? So just for you 3 countries in the world that still use the Imperial system. Making our jumping in that game a whole lot more impressive. But thanks to this measuring metric, we have a whole world of real comparisons that we can make between all things, but most importantly for this number, the dragon. The dragon's width is listed as 16 blocks on the wiki, meaning that the wingspan for this mother hubber is 16 meters. To put that into context, 16 meters is longer than a telephone pole. It's longer than a semi-trailer. It's longer than the Hollywood sign. The dragon's wingspan is longer than a brachiosaurus is tall, 3 times larger than a giraffe. That's massive! Imagine that thing flying at you in the real world, okay? You would be gobsmacked. Its length, however, is the same thing from head to tail. So, the dragon is just a giant cube, but basically it's the same size width-wise and length-wise, okay? It's absolutely nuts. Even like the VR mod or the VR version of Minecraft does not showcase how truly massive that thing is. And if you're interested in making Minecraft VR even more terrifying, be sure you check out the top 10 scary Minecraft mods you should try in VR video, which is popping up on your screen now. Thanks for watching.